just noticed actually has a name already. Oh well. Cool. Boy, yo, 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 yo. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, the 2 siege pips are going to be really nice. Although, fighting against natives is not as big a deal, but it's still nice. And yes, I would love to have the national trade policy for that extra 10% trade efficiency, because that means an extra 10% added on to the trade value that we collect. That's what these numbers are. So even though we are collecting a share of... I thought it said here how much we actually collect. Oh, it says here, doesn't it? 9 ducats out of the 18.9 available. We then multiply that by 62%, and that makes it 15. Trade efficiency is very, very good. We are being beaten on trade efficiency by Aragon right now. I don't actually know if trade efficiency does anything outside of zones where you're collecting. It probably does. Actually, I'm not sure it does. No, I think it is literally just the modifier on how much money you make. Has the AI ruined Aragon already? Not ruined, but definitely weakened, like they lost Naples. Somehow. Probably noble rebels again. You need to look out for those guys, because they will just split away. Alright, I'm going to say that my army is now at strength. Declare war on you. You lost your alliance with the other dudes, but Quiche will be in this fight. I'm okay with this. Do I want to co-belligerize Quiche? Who's Quiche allied to? Tuxcala and Chuktamal. I don't really want to fight Chuktamal again. Is there anything I want from Quiche? No. They have no trade centers. It's just occurred to me, the Aztecs are allied to Castile. They're actually going to be a bit of a pain to go after, and Portugal, though Portugal right now would say nope. Wait. Aztec is a Castellan subject. Really? Yeah, they're a vassal. Huh. Weird. Right, just to double check who we're at war with. These guys and then these two. And you know what? We're going to straight away go for that and then their capital. Well, no. We're going to go for this and we're going to take Mixtec out of this war. Mixtec doesn't have any provinces I want. So they do have dyes, and we know that dyes are worth a bit more now. But my objective here is just to take these guys out of this war. Nice and quick. And we may as well send you out into the Tampico Bay to just blockade. And we're not going to need the heavies here. Oh, actually. Oh, that's too big an opportunity. They're on no morale. So we're going to sail over there and punish them for attacking a fort with no morale. A coastal fort. They are going to get 1 morale tick, but no more. I'll be there in time. Pretty sure. Probably. Hopefully. Go, my ships! Go! No, they are going to get another tick, aren't they? Bugger. But still, this is going to be 14,000 against 12,000. They have not had an opportunity to combine their forces. So we could actually just kick Quiche out of this war. And just go and support the defences here whenever we can. So I'm going to switch this to Defensiveness Edict. And I might even invest in upgrading you. Can't afford it. Never mind. Denied. So they're on -1. We have 2.5 military tactics versus their 1.5. That's gone up. 4.3 morale versus my 4.5, so their morale has improved. They're still a Miltech 11. Crikey, how would they get that high? Oh, military drill. Very high army tradition. They have a 94% army tradition. Prestige. Relentless drill. Crikey. Well, it's a good thing that we have the military tactics, otherwise this would be painful. But as it is, I'm doing a ton of damage to them. Knowledge sharing ends. Tortuga has been terminated. Or rather, they have just got the right amount of knowledge. Alright, let's go and take Zul out. And there's the Tlaxcala army. Smugglers have taken over. No, they haven't. Buccaneers have taken over, because I really need to recover my Republican tradition. It is terribad. Oh, crikey, I'm taking a lot of attrition here. Fully defensive, Edict of Resistance, Tropical, and this is a siege. Ouch. So yeah, in other words, we need to take Mixtec out of this fight as soon as possible. Sorry, Quiche out of this fight as soon as possible. And we need to keep an eye on how they're doing with the... Tortuga's landed! That's suicidal, but cool. Let's go and blockade them, because we do have the extra bonus to blockades. Although, hang on, no, that's stupid. That's never going to work. There's only one guy. They're never going to siege that. Each is down to 31. 2 of their forts are down, including their capital. Oh, but no, we need to go to Belize to lift that siege. We need to stay on the ball with that. Tortuga landing another 1,000 men. And this is a capital fort. It's not a legit fort. So he only needs 3,000 plus to do that. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, let's drop another army on these guys and just squish them. We've had a breach there, which is not good. 7% is unlikely, but I've definitely seen it fall at 7%. No, we should be good. Hi! Oh, what's that? You're fighting at a -1? Well, that's a shame. Stack wipe. Right, let's jump on the ships and head back over here and just continue. Oh, and we can kill these two individually. Perfect. Oi! God! Duh! Did you forget something again, you idiots? That happens an awful lot lately. You tell them to board a ship and then they just don't. I think it's because I pause it on the same day that I won the battle, so the new orders don't register. The use of cocoa to create a beverage is a custom inherited from the American natives. While the new drink caught on quickly in some parts of European society, it's taken some time and large amounts of sugar before it reached a larger acceptance. With that out of the way, however, the demand for chocolate is now steadily increasing across the world. The price of cocoa has gone up until the end of the game, and oh my! Look what we have over here. It's now worth 5.4. That's awesome. Especially because my goods produced is going to be increasing that value even further, and that trade value is then going into Mexico, which I am then pushing out of Mexico and into the Caribbean and then cashing in. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, this time, could you please board the ships? Thank you. Hey, Fenrir. Right, we could also be in the war further, and we probably should be for the extra morale, especially against Quiche. Although Quiche have stupidly... Well, not really stupidly, because they don't really recognise how mobile I am. But they have split their forces, which is not the best plan I've ever heard of. This is where I wish I had force march. Gift to the state. Good governance would sometimes prompt the nobility and the businessmen of the realm to donate cash to the treasury, out of pure patriotism or in exchange for the sales or transfer of honorary titles and positions. I'm gonna take the prestige, because, yeah, I'm losing money right now, but I suspect that's because my army is being reinforced. Yep. In other words, temporary cost. They've left. Disappointed! Quiche is down to medium. Now, unfortunately, the other three are... can't do separate pieces with them, so we can only piece Quiche out for the cash. And then we're just going to have to go straight for Tlaxcala. Oh, don't tell me you're at war with somebody else again. Yes, you are. Bugger. And you're trying to siege me here. Well, you're going to be in for a bit of a shock, aren't you? Hey, Crystal. You've changed your name. Yeah, my allies are sieging down their capital, which is actually quite helpful. So rather than walking all the way across here, I think I'm just going to walk here, siege this, and then pick them up from there. And then just drop them across. If they would, you know, succeed, that is. Quiche wants out. Hey, Buick. Morning from California. Good morning to California. Must be what, 11 AM? Tortuga's actually doing stuff. I'm quite pleased with this. This is an acceptable state of affairs. Alright, so Quiche is down to medium. Once I've killed their army, then they're going to want out. And Tlaxcala wants out, but the one province I want is now owned by somebody else. Which means I can't take the gold mines from behind them. You've backed off. Why have you backed off? I didn't want you to back off. Alright, so Quiche I just want money from. I actually like the fact that you're a large Indian nation because it means you can resist the encroachment of other colonials. So I'm going to take your cash, and otherwise I'm going to leave you alone. Oh. Well, I guess we'll move over there as an exile. And you've done an excellent job against Huastek, but now I have to go after Tlaxcala. But I need to let them retake this province. If they can. Ah, and we've converted to Reformed. Excellent. So if I were, theoretically, to make a peace deal with you, yeah, I can't take that. Oh, I could take these territories, though. Hold on. Unfortunately, I'm not in war with them. So I don't have to take that. I could take this. So... No, you're not a gold province. Oh, okay, this is actually way more profitable. Hold your horses. I'm going to want to do that. Oh wait, that's all sugar. Gold's all over here. I mean, sugar is nice. In which case, all I actually need is that one and that one, so I can border the sugar provinces. The gold provinces, rather. Oh, I do have force march. Oh well. No! You kidding me? These guys are going to take everything. Well, actually, Tlapnec are one of the ones that I definitely want to go after. Gold mine, and that's also a centre of trade. So actually, if Tlapnec takes all of this, then I will just go after Tlapnec. So let's stop building spy network on you and start building it on you. And I need a diplomat. And because this is their only adjacent, they have to take that. So I'm going to piece them out for just money, and then I'm going to let Tlapnec do all the damage. So now I'm relying on Tlapnec to take Tepanekakak. It's good so far. It's different in that it's almost impossible to get trade wars. So it's been a lot less piratey than I was expecting. Also, we're playing smugglers this time rather than privateers, which is proving to be super strong. Like, pirate smugglers are kind of ridiculous because they get Merchant Republic mechanics without any of the downsides. So they can increase the goods produced in all provinces not owned by them by the amount of trade power they have. So for example, in the Caribbean we currently control 25% of trade here, so we'll be boosting the goods produced by every province in the Caribbean not owned by us by 13%, or 12.5%. Which then also increases the amount of good trade value that goes into the node, which is then what we collect as trade. We can also build trade posts, like we have done over here, which is usually a special that only merchant republics can do, so it increases the local trade power by +10, which is then modified by all the various trade power modifiers like markets and trading posts and stuff like that. But we are not limited in size. We don't have trade leagues, and we don't have trading cities. The downside versus a merchant republic is Republican tradition goes up really slowly. Like, really slowly. So they're not as efficient in terms of monarch points as a merchant republic would be. Is this series going onto YouTube eventually? Yes. So bear in mind that the first 200 years or so are actually the Aragon series. This is Aragon that I was playing myself. And then when the pirates became available, I just switched to the pirates. So it's going to be the Aragon series while we're Aragon up to the point where we are no longer Aragon. Then it's going to be a new series after that, which is going to be the pirates. So if you want to see how all of this happened in Europe, watch the Aragon series, which is on YouTube right now. And for those of you who are new here, you can find that at youtube.com/Mordred Viking. And that's all about like how we went after the Mamelukes, how this happened. One of the proudest, bestest things I've ever seen, and I had almost nothing to do with it. And how we got down into the Gulf of Aden and started getting into Africa. We didn't quite get to India, but AI Aragon has done it anyway, so they are actually in India. But we are still pirating, so we currently own Jamaica, Havana, Belize, and we're Cuatlaxlan, and we're currently trying to get the gold mines in the center of Mexico because, oh my gosh, I keep on forgetting how concentrated they are, and every time I press that I'm like, that's a lot of gold. Alright, election in the Pirate Republic. We cannot afford to re-elect this guy, so we're going to go with another well-connected smuggler. Bart Roberts. That's another well-known pirate. And we are going to boost the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers give us that Republican tradition, which is kind of vital for recovering this. Danger zone is 65, by the way. If it goes below 65, we start getting really, really negative events. And below 40%, you can lose the Republic. Also, is Betsimisaraka coming back? No. it was getting really easy to basically win everything. Which I believe I said at the end of that series. And yet I still get comments about it. Republics are successful when important families are ready to put the Republic's interest on par with their own. Currently our Republican traditions are under pressure. This is bad. Also, it's part of a conscious effort to make series shorter just because of this stupid way that YouTube works. So the longer a series goes, the less and less views occur, and if a series goes beyond about 20 episodes, then that really plummets, and it plummets quickly. So if you see the first episode of Betsis America has 10,000 views already, it's kind of insanely popular. The latest one, which was 28, has 150. So more but shorter series are going to be something I'm going to be trying to do for YouTube specifically. Like, I need it to work better than it is right now. But I am a little bit disappointed with how Aragon's done. That Aragon series has not done well at all. So I'm hoping that this pirate series picks up on that. Because again, this is going to be a new series, so it starts from episode 1 again. And episode 1 always has a really significant boost over the others. Oh no, it got all the way up to 39. 250 views. Although the last episode in the series always does better, so 38 was 193. Which this new Aragon series is already doing better than. So only just. $150 views on the one that released today. So far. So that probably will reach 190, 200. But the first 10... in a popular series, the first 10 should hit 1,000. And usually I will shutter a series if it doesn't get 50 views. So like the Stellaris Megacorp is currently sitting on 53 views for the episode yesterday. That's like right on the verge, but thankfully that series is almost over anyway, so I'll let it run its course. The one which has really impressed me is the Total War Attila series, because that's kind of bucked the trend. There was a period where it was getting just about 50 views, but it's gone up again. So episode 190, that's the one that went out today, 111 views. Which, considering it's episode 190, is really good. So I've kind of been watching that Attila series just because it's so different from how YouTube usually behaves. Yes, there is going to be more Thorgrim tonight. One of the benefits of not uploading a series onto YouTube is I can keep on playing it. Like, I don't want to get too far ahead because I have a massive backlog and I frankly don't have the disk space to carry or to hold all the videos that I'm recording, which is why you'll only get 1 or 2 episodes or 1 or 2 streams of Europa Universalis or Crusader Kings or whatever, because I can't store them all. But something like Total War, which I've just accepted does dreadfully on YouTube, like really badly, so I'm just not going to do it on YouTube anymore. And I'm free to stream it as much as I like here on Twitch. And the great thing about that is those streams are doing absurdly well. Like, we currently have almost 50 viewers here. The last couple of Total War series have not gone below 80. And considering the minimum required to become a partner is 75, I am very tempted to do just a full month of Total War and see if I can grab that partnership. When we'll see the Norway getting rid of Denmark's PU and beating Netherlands' income record, I don't know, Andre. That is definitely something I still want to do. And Norway is definitely the one to do it with, because we'll be able to get into the English Channel fairly easily. We'll be able to control trade from the west and also from the east. And we're going to have the trade steering modifiers, which Norway has, plus they're really high up in the country IDs, which means they get more trade steering. That bit's complicated. But I've also just done several series of trade heavy games, so we'll see. We'll see. I almost never watch a series on YouTube if I really want something. I watch the VODs on Twitch, then I can binge 4 hours or something in a sitting. Fair. I mean, the one downside I would have to say from my perspective is I don't get paid any of the adverts. So if you're watching adverts for the VODs, I get nothing. I only get paid if you guys subscribe, basically. Or donations, or bits. However, if I become a partner, then I do start collecting advertising, which is one of the reasons I really want to get a partner. So those of you who do watch the videos on demand, I can make... or rather, you can not feel so bad about it. Not that you would anyway. Anyway, back to the game. We are not fighting anyone because we're waiting for this to happen, so we may as well go to speed 4 until it does. And government reforms. No, nothing to do there. Buildings. We have lots of money. Also, can the army expand? The army could expand by another unit. I think I'm okay leaving it as is right now. What we could do is build some more frigates, and I do like that plan. 4 there. 4 there. We're going to go over the force limit, but that's fine. We're currently at 51. We have 14 transports. That's roughly right. Hope they change the country ID or the quality of life changes. You know what? That's something I never actually reported. Thanks for the reminder. I should add that to my list. Trade. I knew I forgot something. Like one of the really big things. I forgot that one. Trade steering currently based on arbitrary country ID rather than actual high trade steering. Trade steering order in trade node. There we are, that's a bit clearer. Yeah, I need to update my quality of life post about that. Oman hates the ID system. Yes, Oman is the one that would benefit the most, without a doubt, if they change that. Although, putting on my game designer's hat here for a moment, if that did get changed, there would be a lot more money in the economic system, especially for trade powers, which would make them more powerful than they already are. And money at the moment is a little bit too easy to get. Like, they need to tighten the screws a bit on how much you can make through trade. Without necessarily just making stuff more expensive, which is how they tried to fix it last time. For example, mercenaries are now a lot more expensive than they used to be. Which is a good change. It just means that those with standing armies will have to continue using the standing armies, and only really trading powers can use mercenaries. Which I think is fine, because usually the trading powers don't have big standing armies. So it's a balance, this is between the two. And that also means that the trade powers won't have high professionalism, which is where the standing armies become so much more powerful. Because you can't drill mercenaries. The vast and endless sea. Unlike the calling to the battlefields of land, a matter of duty and a search for glory, the sea calls to many free spirits who care little for such things. Stories of the sailing of the oceans, the world, and the past expeditions of the Jamaican fleets are told by old sailors as adventures, many of the great sights remembered, many of the great sacrifices forgotten. Gain sailors. I'm probably already over my limit. I am. Speaking of limits, when can I raid again? I can raid already. Let's do it. Caribbean, are you being pirate hunted? You are, but not by a lot. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this random frigate. And we're going to unmothball you guys. We'll set you out. Group. And we'll just have you privateering the Caribbean for now, because you will counter the pirate hunters. And then we're going to continue raiding these coasts. While waiting for this war to end. Duke Exemplo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Now we're making some pretty decent money from these raids. I mean, the more that these colonial nations build up, the more the raiding's going to be worth to us. Oh. There's the new Providence fleet, and we were able to raid here. So are they. Yoink. No, 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 no. You were too late. And here. New Providence, you've really let the ball drop here. You got it there, though. But I will raid New Providence itself. Let's see if you've actually gone north. You have not even gone north. Alright, well, we're stealing all of their money. How far north can I go? 1, 2. This is as far north as I can go. Well, alright then. Let's see if they've done the Caribbean yet. They have not.